Chris the Nightmare Enroll, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? First, let me give a shout out to Hatman Strikes Back. This is where I heard this information was on his channel. Then I went over to Boxing Scene. It's on fightnews.com also, but I went over to Boxing Scene and read the article. And the WBC, they started the clean boxing program, okay? All the title holders, whether you're a regular champion, a super champion, an interim champion, those guys and the top 15, they all have to sign up for the clean boxing program, unless you'll be dropped from the ratings or you'll get your title taken away. So you have to sign up for this random testing that they're going to be doing, clean boxing program, WBC. Now, there are some fighters that did not register or didn't sign up for the clean boxing program that was a part of their top 15. They came out with a list of fighters that did not enroll. And since I cover, the heavyweight division, there's other fighters, but David Haye was one of the guys, okay? And just to name some other notable fighters, because it wasn't just David Haye, there's a lot of fighters here. I'll probably leave a list of all the names in the comment section of this video. If not, at the very least, I'll leave a link to the article in the description box, and you can go over there and click the link and read these names for yourself. But just to name some notable guys, Rances Bartholomew, Lamont Peterson, Amir Khan, that's a big name, Daquan Arnett, Gabriel Rosado, John Pascal, and there's a few other guys here, Felix Verdejo, Gamboa, Brian Valoria. There's a few guys on here, man. So what do you guys think about this? Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that these guys are dirty. Doesn't mean that, but it does make you raise an eyebrow. When I was on Hatman's channel, he has a good channel, great channel, and I was just reading some of the comments on his comment section, and a few guys were saying, and I don't know if it's guys that are trolling, I'm not sure, but a few guys were like, oh, now Wilder doesn't have to fight David Haye. Or one guy said, oh, they're trying to protect Deontay Wilder. And I'm just, it's like, geez, for some of you, I know you hate Deontay Wilder for whatever reason. You think that he's fought too many voluntary defenses, whether you think he has, skinny legs or whatever the reason you don't like him, that's fine. But some of you, I think, just take shit overboard. And again, it could have just been guys trolling, but I'm always hearing these conspiracy theories when it comes to Wilder, man. It's like, do you really think the WBC is going to conspire to drop David Haye, to protect Deontay Wilder? No, David Haye will come out and say, hey, man, I did enroll. They just, he would come out and say something, man. I mean, you guys taking the shit overboard, man. But doesn't necessarily mean that David Haye is dirty because he's not, or any of these fighters. You know what I mean? David Haye, he is rated. One thing I will say is this. It does raise an eyebrow, okay, when guys just dropping out the rankings. Some of these guys, I don't know how highly they were rated by the WBC. David Haye was rated number 5. He's been saying he wants a title shot, and being number 5 at the WBC, in my opinion, is a good position right now. Povetkin is number 1. Stavern is number 2. Number 3 is Kirbat Pulev. Number 4 is Joseph Parker, and number 5 was David Haye. So, but the one thing about David Haye, he is rated highly by the other sanctioning bodies, okay? David Haye is rated number 6 by the WBA. He is rated number 3 by the IBF, and he is rated number 4 by the WBO. So, it's not like he was only rated by the WBC, and, he has other options, especially over there in the UK. And I really think that David Haye, he's lining himself up for the Anthony Joshua sweepstakes. I really think he wants a piece of Anthony Joshua. But Joshua, if everything goes how we think it's going to go, is supposed to fight Klitschko. Competitive fight, I know a lot of people will favor Anthony Joshua if he were to fight Klitschko. Competitive fight, it's not a situation where it's going to be a guaranteed fight for David Haye that he's going to fight an undefeated Anthony Joshua. But I know that's what he wants. He wants Anthony Joshua. We still have to figure out what the WBA is going to do with that title. Some people were speculating that possibly, if everything goes right, that possibly the WBA title will be vacant, and Klitschko will fight for that vacant title and the IBF title that Joshua has. But we have to see what the WBA is going to do as far as if they're going to vacate that title. And, well, first they have to strip Tyson Fury first. I know the WBO is going to strip him, and we're waiting for the WBA. So maybe there's something going on, David Haye might end up fighting for the WBA title somehow, some way if they vacate it. Who knows? You really never know. But what I think is, like I said, man, this doesn't necessarily prove that all these guys are dirty, but it does raise an eyebrow as to why would they dismiss themselves from the WBC, especially if you're in the top 15, unless you have a title shot coming up in one of these other sanctioning bodies. I don't know if they, I know that people are going to say the WBC is corrupt and why should guys, want to sign up for this test? But it's like, man, the more I see fighters decline tests, it's just raising an eyebrow, man. So I'm just getting it out there. I'm kind of taking this video overboard now, but you guys let me know what you think about this. And do you think that, hey, man, this means these guys are dirty? There's no proof, but do you think this means the guys are dirty? Or do you think the WBC is corrupt? And why should they have to take these tests? Let me know what you think in the comment section, man. I'm out.